There's no animal in the wild that is not fit. Our natural state is to be fit. There would not have been a reason to pursue fitness as hunter-gatherer foragers. I can tell you, as an organic farmer of 10 years, early agrarian humans would not have done exercises after they farmed all day. We have this unique situation where we live post-industrial, information age, very modern lifestyles. So you have two options now. You can either be radical and live a lifestyle where you get 5 to 6 hours of varied intensity physical exercise. Go live on a farm, live off the grid, find a way to do that, do some labor job if you want it. That's one option, is to have a lifestyle where the fitness is implied and explicit in your life. The other option is to pursue fitness, basically, and to do that in a number of ways. There's a way that you can think about everything we do here as a level of fitness. What ability do you have to sit in a meditation? If I said, all right, we're going to go meditate for 1 hour, how many of us can actually drop in, sit down, and meditate for an hour? I said, all right, great, we're going to go take a cold plunge. What level of cold fitness do we have? Hey, we're going to jump in the sauna. What level of heat fitness do we have? With regard to fitness, what is your level of fitness? Like, no judgment. What is your level of fitness, and what, and knowing that we want to keep moving forward our level of fitness in all these different areas. You know, fitness does a lot of different things, and when you exercise, it affects every system in the body. It affects the fascia, which is like one of the largest carriers of water in our body. It affects your hydration levels. It affects all sorts of things. Like, how do you get hydration into muscles? You exercise. What is required for good, efficient metabolism? Water in tissues. Like, there's so many interlocking things. If you move, you bounce, like Buteyko said, you would start to clear the lymph systems. You have less toxic load. Like, all of these things are interrelated, and movement is as natural to us as anything. So as you start to build strength, you know, I'm happy to be a resource for people. There are 1,000,001 different ways to build strength. Go slowly, have fun. One thing I like to think about is, would a child do this movement? Or do I have strength enough to do the movements a child would do before I take on, you know, CrossFit or something? If I'm throwing weight overhead, how good is my crawling? Like, how good is my climbing? How good is my jumping and picking up random heavy stones? Like, how, if a toddler would do it, can I do what a toddler, you know, I was a 7-year-old, can I do what a toddler would do? If you are only as strong as a toddler, you're going to be stronger than 99% of people. So movement, fitness, strength is innate to who we are. And it's only this weird, like, modern lifestyle thing where we suddenly at some point start to become profoundly sedentary. And when you become profoundly sedentary, this has been observed by a NASA scientist, you basically take yourself out of right relationship to gravity. So suddenly you're not doing as much work in keeping your system strong in the face of gravity. And you start to mimic the effects of astronauts going into space. You start to mimic the effects of bed rest. You start to lose the fitness in all systems. So when astronauts come back from space, they have thinner bones, weaker hearts, they have degradation of their brain. All the systems of the body are less robust when you go into space and lose that gravitational force that we're constantly pushing up against. So interacting with gravity in a stronger and stronger way, getting movement, moving around and doing those things is like vitally important. And it's really, anyway, so be a strong person who lives on this earth gravitational field, move like a toddler, be as strong as a toddler. Like, that's a great aspiration. And fitness is our nature. It's our natural state. And it's something, rather than this like high peak of a thing that we need to aspire to, it's actually how we're designed. So just get out there and move and like have a lot of fun with it, and keep challenging your movement and keep challenging your strength in ways that bring you joy.